Hi guys, this is the second
Hey,
last session. We have Chun Yan here.
hello. Hi,
Let
my
Chun Yan,
friend.
let Chun Yan introduce himself.
Uh, Hi, guys. My name is Chun Yan, and I'm into the fitness industry, health and fitness industry. So I run a personal training business, helping women to lose weight. So pretty much coaching, and fitness. Yep,
And leads come from organic Instagram.
correct.
Oh, amazing. You didn't do pay ads before MCO, no? I was really amazed. Oh. Right.
I run ads, but I don't do direct to the means I don't convert from the ads.
Mm, it's
I
more
do
awareness,
correct
more awareness.
awareness, come into my profile, and then use the organic
Yeah. Then people get hooked
postings.
already.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
because in Facebook ads itself, they are very particular about the before after thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to do stupid thing like the hook like that to
yeah,
indicate
yeah,
people
yeah,
it's a new. And especially beauty weight loss is tightly controlled. Anything salah one word wrong then the ad cannot approve.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Very scary, very scary. This is one industry I really don't like.
yeah.
Andrew coming in already. Okay, so
Hey,
our friend here
Hey, hi.
managed to get people to view his organic. So Julian, continue. You're introducing himself. Yeah.
yeah. Hi, Andrew.
Hey,
Thank you.
hi.
First of
People
all, of
bar
course.
hopping, so we all stream hopping.
Okay, okay. Of course, want to say thank you lah for having me. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Mm.
Really happening, and yeah, always fun to come in and share. Yep.
Yep. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Okay. So you presenting anything? Are you gonna
Well, today we're just chatting, right?
all right? Okay.
So you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about the topic on right business thinking.
Yes.
Hmm, okay.
Yeah.
So want to
So this is
share
on
with us?
a more on a startup or how to use start, or is it under this context?
Um, I think this topic, the context apply in all levels
Mm.
because whether you are looking to start your business,
Mm.
whether you are from an employee trying to move into running a business, or whether you are a business owner looking to take your business to the next level, uh, anything that is technical and anything that you want to make a big impact and you want to make it great, uh, requires the right thinking
Mm-hmm.
and the right way of approach your reasonings, and making proper business decisions come from the right mindset. Yeah.
So is it a must to have you must find the right positioning, the right differentiator before you start to jump in?
I think that the what you said, that is more of the marketing side of things, right?
Mm.
But for me, when I say the right business thinking, it would be, um, what do you like the mission. We
The
talk about
mission. Okay. Oh,
your
okay.
mission as a person, your vision as a person, and why do you want to do this? Why do you want to run the business? What does your business do? What are the values and beliefs that you hold on to? And these are the things that defines you as a person, and you are the main driver of the business that you're leading. If you are a business owner, you are a leader, right? You lead your market, you lead your customer, you lead your clients, you lead your employees, you lead your partner, you lead your team. So and the person who leads it must be a strong visionary and requires positive thinking, like the right way of thinking, right? And one of the things that is really important is that we see beyond the first thing I want to share about is, seeing beyond just the money, right? A lot of times people start a business and they they start with circumstances around. Oh, they need to survive, they need to make money, they want to make a living, they want to pay rent. and they start the business. So when you start a business in that kind of situation, you're not clear with where are you going, what is the business direction, and that's when they build something that they don't like. Yeah, Jason is in.
Yeah. Talking about business, this is one of the awesome guys that you have to talk to. I like where you're coming from. A lot of business, they start a business because they want to start making money. But in fact, if you don't have a mission, if you don't have a purpose, it's gonna be falling apart. I think that's something that we can take away. But when it comes to, of course, business is one thing. In terms of you cannot start with the money. But how do we look at money in business then? If we can't start with money, but eventually we're still using the business to make money, how should we look at money then? What do you think?
Yeah.
What is your view on money?
Okay, my view on money. Number one, I want to say that I don't do charity. Okay, which means I believe that you must be well paid. That's one of the thing that I believe in strongly. Okay. However, I'm saying that the values, the beliefs, the things that inspires you, and the reason of you doing things, and the way you think, the way you make business decision, the way you say yes to a client, say yes to taking a project, expansion, things like that, it should be beyond the money. And how I see money is that when you solve problem, money is a byproduct. Money will come when you solve problem, and if you are good at solving problem, people will pay you. So that's my point.
That's kind of like very important to strike a balance in between, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying here is that a person, when you're out there in the market, especially we're talking about, if you're providing a service or even you're selling something, a lot of people are afraid of selling because they believe that. Because money, it's kind of like a very interesting, weird thing to a lot of people. When we look at money, right, we always have these two layer of thinking over here. The first layer is that we bloody need money, else I'm not going to survive. I don't live on air and whatever, right? But we are afraid of asking for money.
Okay, I like Jason. I always love talking to Jason because he can spark the conversation to very sensational, and he can spark things. Right. He brings in just the right things in. He talks about money because we are talking about mindset, right? And Manfred started off by asking me, does that mean mindset is about positioning and all that? And then I started explaining to Andrew that it's about the values, it's about all that. And then Jason talked, so how do we balance with the money? And I like that question. That's why when we are very clear about the right mindset, we won't be afraid of asking for money. Most of the times when people start off by looking at the money, they didn't start right. They didn't start with the right thinking. So they are afraid of asking money as a result. Because you let's say you want to sell this thing just to make money, and somebody asks you, why should I buy from you? How if your aspiration is the money, or if you feel that I don't do a good job, then you can buy from someone who's cheaper. That's where you lose the client. That's when you lose the business, you lose the project. So right business thinking, it's about getting clear and being aware with you as a person on the inside. Why do you want to do this? And what impact do you want to make? Like we were in a course the other day, right, with Jason, a very special course, a very private, exclusive course with some of the best business experts, right, turning into their business, turning their expertise into money making machine. What is business without money, right? But in order to make business successful, money has got to be out of the picture, because we got to learn how to make decisions from the vision and not from the circumstances.
That's a very powerful thing, right? Elaborate. We need help. What do you mean?
Okay. Okay.
It's not so straightforward.
Right. What does it mean? I'll give you an example of what it means to make a decision from circumstances. You want to start a business, but you're thinking, can they pay me? Will people like me? What if I spend all that money and I can't get it done?
Need the service or the product.
What if? And when you think a lot of what ifs and what ifs, And the money, am I making less? Am I making more? Why should I pay them? Why should I pay this? Should I pay to learn this skill? Should I invest to get this thing? What happened is that you're going to compromise on your standards. So when you compromise on your standards, you become money driven, and that's going to rule your whole way of thinking. So as a result, how does it spill to the way you do things? You meet a client and the client negotiate with you, or the client don't believe in what you do and is trying to press you to reduce your price. What would you do? Would you take
a lot of people will give in.
Yeah, okay, discount. All right,
Just get hold of something
and
before they find another floating platform again. Yeah,
that's the best way to drop your value. Right, that's how you drop your value. But if you get clear on your mission, you get clear on your vision, automatically you'll be very aware of your values. What are my values? What are your values? What are you good at? What solutions or what impact can you bring to the person's life? When you get clear on that and you get a very good job at delivering the service and solving the problem, then you will find people that would appreciate you, because nobody like working with clients who are not willing to pay, working with clients who are calculative, who
a different tier of customers.
Yeah.
In fact, the whole thing comes from different angle over here. So anyone who are expert coaches, consultants, service providers out there, I think there's a very important thing that we can take away from what Chun Yan has shared with us just now. Instead of focusing on the money itself, of course, we cannot deny money in business because that's what fuels a business. But instead, we should be value driven. That's what Chun Yan is saying. Because a lot of times when we are doing business, it's just a paradigm shift. To be very frank, it's that tweak that turns your thinking around.
Yeah.
That actually makes you open up to a lot of different possibilities. And the idea here is very simple. Put it this way: why are we doing business? If anyone who's out there who's doing business, can I ask you, why are you doing business? You're doing business because you want a better life. Agree.
More time with your family.
You want more time with your family. You want to make more money. You want a better life. But how many of you are actually having a miserable life because of your bloody business?
Everyone.
I mean, let's raise this, man. To be very frank, how many of you are having a miserable life because of your business? Because you are working with the wrong client that drags your energy like hell, and then you're so afraid of all these calls and texts coming from. I've been through that. To be very frank, I'm not saying here because I actually kind of like want to turn this thing around, because it actually is a very important paradigm shift that happened to me and Chun Yan as well, and a lot of people out there. So basically, when it comes to this point, right, I think what's really important is we need to actually shift our mindset, shift our focus towards the other thing, because instead of focus on the money, we focus on the value. The moment I know the value that I bring to the table, that's the thing. That's when we are able to command that kind of conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of things that's really the thing that a lot of people are not able to nail in. In fact, all you need. Yeah.
I think
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Andrew, you
I
want to say
think
something?
to sum it up, I think I don't know. I probably read this somewhere else. The idea is not to focus on the transaction, but to focus on a transformation.
Yeah.
So, because if you are thinking about getting that transaction done, I mean, same things I used to tell my sales team is, do not ever get desperate when you're at the negotiation table or when you're trying to sell something new, because your customers can actually smell it. They will know. And the problem is this: when you make decisions out of desperation as well, very likely that the decision is not going to be good.
Yeah, lousy decision.
Won't be the right one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And another thing to add on top of that is that like some of the things I learned, like just recently, personally, is a lot of times, why is it that I like to focus a lot on mindset when it comes to business? Because most people who are running business don't focus on that. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying a lot of people are not aware of the importance of right business thinking and its impact on your business. It's the things that you don't realize and you're not aware. So when you're not aware of these things and you don't know what's missing, you won't realize what negative impact or how much are you losing out on the table if you don't know. As simple as how removing money out of it. A lot of people get the challenge of, we talk about authority. The authority that you have towards your business in the marketplace, and the authority as the person who delivers a service or working with their clients, whether it's big clients, it is a business owner, somebody who pay you, people who pay you, right? How do you maintain that authority even though you are serving them? It's very important. If you don't control the situation, if you don't control the clients will control you, right? And one of the ways to do it is get clear with your values and take money out of the picture and say what is right. Most of the times, let's say maybe a lot of people are in agency or any business that deal with client business, and they're thinking that you want to keep the client and you don't want to offend them, and you're compromising. You say, oh, okay, don't want to offend them. Even though you know it's not right, but you just, they don't want to listen because you don't want to get in the argument. But what I learned is that you must get comfortable to initiate the conflict with them. You must say what is the truth for them, because you are the expert, you are the coach, you are the leader, and you are the solution to the problem. So they don't forget why they come to you in the first place. They come to you because they don't know how to write emails. They come to you because they don't know how to run ads. They come to you because they don't know how to advertise a product. You are the expert. Think of the first time they met you, what problem they told you, and why did they decide to work with you. And now you get in a place where you know that this is going to get the person the problem and this is not going to get a result, but you are keeping it. Maybe you just don't want to cause problem. You feel that you might offend them, and you just, okay, fine, it's okay. And you compromise. And then sooner or later, you're going to lose that authority. People will respect you when you give that straight talk. Say Definitely. What they need to hear.
Correct. Not what they want to hear, what they need to hear.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing, because a lot of people dare not do that,
Yeah.
I was in that position as well. When a client said that I want to do this, because I like it, but as an expert, we know that it's not the right thing. Like the other day, we were just having a close call during that, right? Adrian, are you there? I'm going to call you. Adrian said, clients love to be F by her. F the word F word.
That didn't come out very nice.
That didn't come out. Not to say that F in that was because they say is that because her example is this, why you go so stupid, go and buy a 30,000 sofa? I can get you a 10,000. I mean, that's what is the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. The idea here is you need to do the right thing. Let me see. It's a fine line, right? Gerald is saying it's a fine line, right? Exactly. Sometimes you have to, like what Chun Yan said, you got to be able to initiate the conflict. Because that's how you build your authority.
But there's a fine line between initiating conflict and argument. We don't always have to be right getting into a conflict, right? But it's about the solution. So it's about challenging your client to do something that is best for them. Remember why they came to you, because they need you. If they would have achieved what they wanted to achieve, they would have done it already without you. But why did they come to you? Because they needed your expertise. So you're doing your client a disservice, and you are being dishonest to them, and you are compromising on your standards, your values, and your principles when you compromise and don't tell them what needs to be heard. If it means to get on a very intense talk, harsh talk, right? But if you get the message across and they get the mission done in the future, they will thank you for that. How many people can do that?
Not many.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the words that he used.
Yeah. I think the gap is, when somebody seeks you out, whether you're a coach or trainer, your customers expect you to lead. And because they're looking for solutions. Now, if your customers expect to listen to what they want you to do, you're basically a
redundant.
servant. No, you're a servant. So a
Servant, yeah.
leader and a servant, you look at a price gap, right? So if you want to play at that level, if they just want people to listen to them, then may as well go and get a servant, which is a lot more cheaper.
Yeah, that's why most times people who are in business, right, they make decisions because of the money. You might make a couple, 10,
Absolutely.
20, 30,000. Yeah, you will make the money, easy cash. But in the long run, you lose out. You lose in terms of your authority. You lose your passion because
Lose your soul.
You're in for the quick cash.
Yeah.
Then you don't find purpose in what you're doing. Right?
Day
People can
by
say,
day, your soul being crushed.
And you're
Yeah.
F, that's the thing. Okay.
You start
Okay, guys,
to doubt, how on earth do I know to do Facebook marketing at all?
Yeah, so that's the thing. You have to look within. You have to look deep down right now. Is your business screwing you, or is your business helping you? That's the thing that I want you to start thinking. But by the way, I need to go to start another room right now. But it's a pleasure. Thank you, Chun Yan. But before I go, just want to bring this up to you guys in case you guys want to listen more from this guy and myself, of course. We have another break, there's another angle that we are building right now. So if you want to join us, if you're an expert coach and consultant that you want to start looking at different way of building this, we're actually doing a series of talk right now to talk about how to start a coaching business. So this is the link that you can click and go over to join. And I'm going to put the link into the comment in a bit. And I have to excuse myself. You guys can handle this, right?
It's on every Friday, right? It's on every Friday.
It's on every Friday, yes. It's on every Friday. So
what time? 9 p.m. Yes.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we're gonna have a different topic every week. We're gonna surround about coaching, consulting, service line, and all this kind of thing. So this is where we're gonna come in and talk about this. So go over and sign up. Chun Yan, I'll leave you in good hands over here.
All right.
Excuse me. I'll see you in the next one pretty soon. Thanks.
All right.
You guys go ahead. Bye.
Yep.
So as I was saying, a lot of people neglect the importance of mindset, but it's one of the most important aspects that we need to take care of, because when we are clear about the values, when you know your value, you will not be affected, or you will not doubt yourself. All right. So when you don't doubt yourself, you are in state. Means you are in your best state, right? When you allow like other things, maybe money is just one of it. Maybe it's just emotions, sentiments, and all that, right? To affect you, you're not being an effective person as an individual.
Well-polished sword or something, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's very important, because once you know your own values and you project this value out to the market, it will then attract the people who are aligned or in sync with the values. Then they will talk to you. But if your values do not get aligned with a certain particular market, for example, then anyway, there's not your market anyway. So I think it's important from inside out. So basically, Chun Yan, you're saying is it's important to build this inside out from your values, what you do, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and who you are to a certain extent. And then the marketing will do that projection out, and people who find that, hey, I like Chun Yan's style. It seems to gel with my direction, what I want to do. Okay, exactly. I want to talk to him. All right?
Exactly. Remember, add on to that, I absolutely agree with what Andrew said, right? You see, the people spend a lot of money on marketing. Unless you are a big brand, you have a lot of budget to throw on marketing. But even if you have very good marketing budget, I mean, Andrew will have an experience. He used to handle big projects. But if your product don't deliver the result, it's just a matter of time. The can will open and people will realize it's just a gimmick.
You're just amplifying shit anyway.
Yeah. However, if you're in business we're talking about long-term business here. And what kind of business can stand the test of time is the business of changing lives, right? Is what you say, Andrew, the transformation. So if we would focus on getting the transformation, getting the result, a great result, right? Your referrals will come in fast, will come in nice. You get you warm, hot, qualified leads that you will love working with. and results will reduce your marketing cost, right? So when your results speak, you can reduce your cost a lot. If you don't have result, you're going to spend more money on the marketing.
Of course.
Yeah. So
it's like attract like. Once you have results, then people can see and say, they can then position themselves and say, am I in the right group? If the group is right and they see what the other peers have got it, that's why they associate themselves if they see their peers is doing. That's how you do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Awesome. So how do a person, okay, now we've gotten the money and the mindset done. So everybody is clear on the money side. It's purely a transaction element. Where do one start on a very basic level to actually identify or build that mindset? Is there 1, 2, 3 steps that a person can, who's new to this or have first time exposed? Yeah. How do they start?
First, before we want to get clear on the values of the business, we have the person who initiates and starts it has to get clear. Means we have to start from individual, right? And how do we start? Is by asking ourselves the right questions. Questions like, number one, what are my values? What do I enjoy doing? What am I good at? And why do I want to do this? Right?
Okay.
Right. So you go from there. You have a very clear reason, because accept it or not, I believe all of you listening will agree. Running a business, starting a business is not the most convenient thing, but people only look at the glamour of the success, but nobody look at how cheesy it sounds, but it's true. Nobody look at how challenging it is along the way. And it may not be an enjoyable journey, but what keeps you moving is looking back at those questions that you ask yourself and you wrote them down before you decide to start. So before you start a business, you ask yourself, what's my mission? Do you have a mission bigger than yourself? When you have a mission bigger than yourself, then it's going to take you further. So on the days that you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel motivated, you don't feel disciplined to wake up, you don't feel disciplined to serve your clients, you don't feel like doing what you do, this mission will set you in place and keep you going. You got to think like a military, right? Get the mission done and move out. You have to think like a military man, like a mission-driven person, right? So because if you start a business because of emotion, because of sentiments,
you will just wiggle off.
That's you get yourself in trouble, So and it's very important to learn to detach ourselves from the emotions, right? It's about getting it done, doing what you like and doing what is necessary. Totally different thing. Yeah.
I really like the example you just gave.
I think finding that. Sorry, my friend. Yes.
For a moment, I thought he was in the armed forces in Singapore. That moment reminds me of my commanding officer. Oh yeah, you're damn right. Ready to serve.
some of the military principles, right, is actually the best examples that we should apply and we should adapt into our business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very true.
Andrew?
Yeah.
No,
I forgot. Oh yes. I think so the idea is, it's not a straightforward formulaic method, but generally understand that it is a process of like peeling the onion. Yeah. So for example, if you want to make money, fine. Why do you want to make money?
Spend more time with your loved ones.
So you want to spend more time with your loved ones. Why would you want to spend more time with your loved ones?
As in, you can spend more time you don't need to spend more time on work.
Right.
The business will self-generate the money.
Okay. So in order for the business to self-generate the money, what needs to happen?
A system, a process must be in place.
So once you peel through that process, then eventually you find the real reason behind your origin idea of making money. It could be something that you want to make because it's something that matters to you, not just the money, but matters to you. Maybe you, for example, you want to spend more time with your family. Why you want to do that? Why can't you do it now? When you go through this process, it then, Chun Yan, correct me if I'm wrong, it would basically nail down the real essence of your existence. And that is something that is very unique to you. And
Leave to do Facebook advertising.
That's your value. Yeah, those are tools. I mean, those are tools. All this video stuff, those are tools to project or so-called to amplify. But when you drill down to that essence, and obviously this needs of some form of coaching. It's not that straightforward. There's certain methodology and process, which Chun Yan eventually, if you're interested, you can reach out to him and then you can talk to him. But generally, once you have that, whatever you do from then on will be based on that and nothing else.
Absolutely.
And that will be the one that keeps you going. Because business has its ups and downs. There will be more tough than glory. I was talking to Wing Hon earlier in one of the segments. I was telling the audience is, when you look at Wing Hon now, or you see anybody, you see Chun Yan, he may come and say, I make on average 10 million last year. This year I'm targeting $20 million and all those things. You don't look at Chun Yan at this point. You want to learn, you go to Chun Yan 5, 6 years, 3 years ago, his earliest video when it was crap, but that is where you actually learn how he actually built his presence. Because if you see Chun Yan now,
the best person to know is you, Andrew.
So when you look at him now, you probably be demotivated because the guy
there's a gap lah. There's a gap lah.
And I'm here, I cannot do. But when you see, you want to get inspiration and learning, you see him at the earlier stage, and the good thing about social media, or for that matter, if he started posting at that time, you probably can see unless he deletes it. But you actually see from there, and that is the starting point. Then that will give you inspiration and say, hey, he also started not very good, ma. I also can do it. But if you compare him now, you cannot because you have not even started the journey yet. So, I think that's important.
Thank you, Andrew. You hit the nail. Yeah, you hit the nail. Awesome.
Any questions? Let me see.
From our audience?
Yeah, let's have.
There's no question on, and then we have reached.
I was just chatting with Jason just now. It started this whole thing as an idea. We never knew it's going to work. Earlier, the tech was all over the place. We are into the second last already. Now we are prepping for the last speaker of the day. 10 speakers we have gone through.
Awesome.
Wow. Basically, you need to take action. You have to take action, know what you want. And things will happen.
For those of you who are watching the replays, it will be here. And, if you want to, have a live, great. But otherwise, if you're watching the replay at this point in time, we want to keep the videos here. It's broken into multiple sessions so that you don't have to suffer through 5.5 hours of watching all the videos. If you like Chun Yan's talk, you can jump in straight to a session. Chun Yan, how do they want to learn something about mindset and they want to, I won't say fix, but they want to elevate themselves? How do they get in touch with you?
You can always message me on Instagram. I'm active on Instagram. So, but if you go into my Instagram account, you'll see a lot of me talking about training stuff, personal training. All you need to do is just drop me a message. We can have a chat, and we'll direct you to the right place for the resources that you need.
Manfred, do you have his?
I will type inside the handle inside there.
Yeah.
All right.
So we will end this session.
Yep.
Taiko, thank you so much. This is so useful.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So watch the replay if you want, and reach out to Manfred. Is going to put up in the comment section, and if you feel that you want to follow up with him, by all means. Chun Yan, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
It's been fun. So that's it. We're going to end this session, and then we're going to move to the next one, which is Carol Fong. We were talking about community building. That's the last speaker of the day. If you want to catch that, refresh your Facebook page, the Facebook group page, because then you can see the live stream that's going on. Jason is hosting that. So we are all jumping over to catch a session with Carol about community. All right.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.